Raindrops fall like letters of love. Fairies twirl in the misty haze. God's masterpiece in a fleeting phase. Oh, the rain sings, the fairies spin. A world of wonder is blooming within each drop of stroke on the canvas white. God's masterpiece where dreams collide.
Good morning, everyone. How are you? Hello, Michelle. Hello, Jules and Lorraine. The link is in the description. I searched and searched for your email. I left you a message on one of your comment I made on your video, and then I left one last night. I'm like, how am I going to get a hold of you guys? But the link is in my description. If you can get up here, I would absolutely love to have you. Love my family. Welcome on in. Susanna, Regina. Oh, my honey mean. My honey mean. Who else you got here? Ooh, Eugene. Welcome on in. Actually, wait. I should be able to do this. There we go. Love you all so very much. Welcome, welcome. It is going to be a windy day here today, so we'll see how long I will last. Right now, it's not too bad. It's just starting, but we're going to get up into the 50s, close to 60s again today for the wind. The day's getting closer. The day's getting closer. There is my beautiful line of Gita hanging up. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I know I don't usually wear color. But I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Absolutely. So, yeah, if you can click on that link, Jules and Lorraine, it will take you to, actually, if you're on a laptop, it will take you right to StreamYards. There you set up your video, and you set up your volume, and you can look at yourself and make sure you're all pretty. And then you just come on in, and then I can bring you up on stage. Hello, Try. How are you? Welcome on in, brother. You are like number 5. Wonderful. Thank you, thank you. And he's playing peekaboo. Hello, Octos. Good morning. Good morning. And Sherry, welcome on in. Thank you. Thank you for the beautiful diamond painting. I was just, I was admiring it when I was finished. I'm like, wow, just wow. Cannot wait to hang it up. Cannot wait to hang it up in my new place. When we get one, if we get one. Oh, we're still waiting, so sure hope so. Sure hope. Hope and pray, right? You know what, honey mean? I know you say Temu's so expensive. I'm crying over Temu right now. I absolutely love Temu. I have been shopping there for a long time, and now us USA's people here in the USA got hit with a huge import tax. So not only are prices going up, but the import tax. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. So I don't know. What are all our poor haulers out there gonna do now? Thank you, Chai. We got a new member. Welcome on in, Chai, as a member. Yeah. It is bad, Yuten. Bad. I guess we're just gonna have to shop from their local warehouses, but you got to be careful with that too, because if you don't spend over $30 in the one store, they will charge you $2.99 per warehouse. So they'll get you there too. At least it's not as much, but they will get you there. Hello, niece. Good morning. Good morning. How is it in Arizona today? We're getting up in the high 80s here now. So the weather is definitely warming up. But oh my goodness, the winds. Yeah, $2.99. So you have to purchase from that one warehouse, and I think it's $30. So $30 per warehouse, and you'll get free shipping. Otherwise, they'll just charge you $2.99 per. Is it? I think it's per item. Hello, Jay. How are you? You're watching the Jets game. What are they doing on in the afternoon? Winnipeg Jets. Wait, is it hockey already? Or this is the end of hockey season, right? I thought they would have started baseball already. Gee, these games, the what do you call them? The playoffs at the very end seem to last forever now. Yes, honey. How you making out there, Jules and Lorraine? Did you find the link? But yeah, so anyway, I don't know. I don't know what everyone's. I was like, well, I've been on a no buy, so I haven't even been checking Temu or anything. I go on there and I put things in my cart, but I haven't gone to go check out. But I got pointed out from Elizabeth, who comes in here often, Lizzie, and she had sent me something, and I was like, what? So I had to go look, and I'm like, what? We need a connection through iPhone. Okay, so if you're on your iPhone, what you need to do is when you click on the link, it will say copy link. So copy the link into your Safari, and then just go paste and go. So copy that link into Safari, go paste and go, and then it will take you to StreamYards when you're using your iPhone. Hello, cutie pie. How are you? Welcome on in the playoffs. You mean the Jets are in the playoffs? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, I've gone to a few of their games way back in the day. Now it's so expensive to go and actually go watch a hockey game. Unbelievable, the prices. It's a rainy day today. Oh dear, yes, there's going to be some wicked storms out there today. Hopefully not in Manitoba. I love you, Jay. Hopefully not in Manitoba. But I know I saw it's like this big, it looks like you know how they draw out these things on the weather channels, but to me it looks like a big avocado, and then it's got a little circle in the middle. I was like, oh, that circle's never good. So hopefully it doesn't get too bad. Oh my goodness gracious. Try. Thank you. Don't have to do that. Oh my goodness. God bless you. You are playing peekaboo. That is so sweet. Now you have me blushing. Try. Aw, thank you. That is just so sweet of you. Aw. Hello, Jenny. How are you? Right? Oh dear. Oh, thank you, Chai. God bless you too. In many ways. And always. I'm still playing peekaboo with Honey Mean. Chai and his peekaboo. Chai has an awesome channel, guys. If you haven't gone over there, go and visit him. He's got the cutest little kitty. Okay, so what is the kitty's name? I always say, oh, you're such a cute kitty. She's so tiny. And every time I go in there, he's sleeping. So, it's like your kitty's always sleeping. What does that song say? I sang it to him the other day. Oh yeah, soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, purr, purr. Hello, Regina. How are you? So we're gonna just see if we can get Jules in the rain up here. Sure hope they can figure it out. I know it takes it, but I wanted to do to help them beforehand, but I couldn't find their email anywhere. Yeah, Kitty is still sleeping. Does that kitty ever wake up? Oh, that's too funny. That is too funny. You'll be in the caretaker home till I come back. Well, hopefully it doesn't grow too much. How long are you going to be gone for? Oh, dear. Oh, no. You could do it at the airport like you did the other time. I saw your live at the airport. Hello, Kathy. How are you? Where are you off to anyway? Where is your hometown? Where is your hometown, Chai? How long of a flight is it? Oh, so he's gonna go back to where you got him. Hello, MT. How are those little birdies doing? Oh my goodness. If you haven't gone to visit MT, please do so. He's got the cutest little birds. He's got the baby birds. I told him his his place must be just filled with bird singing. It's another place in a 2-hour flight. Okay. That's not too bad. Is it at least hopefully it's a direct flight? But you keep safe. You keep safe. I personally I do have a fear. Do you believe it? I have a fear. And it's flying. It is flying. Oh my goodness. I'm so scared of flying. And tea and honey meme. Oh dear. Hold on. Let me give you. How are you guys not blue? Let me just do this. Hold on, guys. There you go. Please make sure you guys go and check each other out. If you haven't connected to one another, please do so. There you go, MT. If you guys see somebody that doesn't have a Smurf outfit on or a Papa Smurf outfit on, please let me know. Smurfette? Who would like to be part of the Smurfettes? Oh no, cutie. I didn't even hear. I heard about the attack or the what happened in BC last night. Oh my goodness. That was crazy. It just said I will miss him tonight and he used to sleep. Oh, I know. We get so attached to our animals, don't we? We get so attached. Anyway, Chai does lots of shout outs for people. He plays video games. He's actually playing Assassin's Creed right now. So he's doing that. Honey Mean is awesome to go and watch as well. She is just full of joy and laughter and love. Absolutely love my Honey Mean. Oh, really? Oh, dear. That is so sad. I'm so sorry to hear that, Chai. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened up in BC either. All I heard was that some car ran. There was it was a Filipino celebration. So I believe it was the Philippines. Yes. So a Filipino celebration. Not sure exactly what they were celebrating, but there was a street festival. And some car rammed into a bunch of them. Awful, awful. You know, just awful. Oh, good. Did you get in here? Good, good, good. Awesome, awesome. Now you just have to come into the studio, and then I will see you pop up here on my screen over here, and we will get you up here. Yes, that is just, we always don't know why people are the way they are sometimes, or why things happen. Why do things happen? Yeah, yesterday at the Forks River in Winnipeg, there was a boat that was just going back and forth, so there were cops. Oh, dear. I love the Forks. There was a couple who was just a week old after marriage. Oh, no. Wow. Prayers to them. Prayers to their family. Definitely. So sad. And to all those people in Vancouver. Unbelievable. There we go. I see them. Unbelievable. Oh dear. Now I have to try to get you guys big. There. Don't mind the other little star up there. Hello, Lorraine.
Hello, Star.
How are you?
Good, yourself?
Awesome. And hello,
Hi.
Jules.
Hi, I'm the tech guy trying to sort this out.
You did awesome. Please welcome Jules and Lorraine.
I'm the tech guy trying to sort this out.
You might have to, okay, so turn your volume or just mute YouTube. So you see on YouTube, just mute it.
Okay.
And you'll be able to hear me still through streaming. So you see on YouTube, just mute it.
Okay.
And you'll be able to hear me still through streaming. So you see on YouTube, just mute it. Cat.
Okay.
Hello, Faces. How are you? Welcome on in. Yeah, just. Hello, Faces. How are you? Welcome on in.
Just
Yeah, if you mute that, you can still hear me on StreamYards. Yeah, if you mute that, you can still hear me on StreamYards. Yeah, if you mute that.
What's the name? You see it?
Yeah, if you mute that.
so many things are popping up.
Right. Sit down, Mom. Let's see if I. Okay.
Have you got it?
Sit down.
Or yeah, or just that's it. Put the volume down. There you go. Otherwise, you're gonna hear a delay because there's like a 5, sometimes 10-second delay from StreamYards to YouTube. It's a little bit crazy. So,
First times are always crazy, but you got to jump in, right?
Just gotta jump right in there. I know. Yeah. I searched and searched for your email, and I thought, how did I get your contact information? I forgot. Oh yeah, you left it in a comment.
Oh, no problem. We're trying to sort so many things out ourselves that we get lost sometimes too.
So how is it now? You guys are in Canada.
Yes, we are.
And are you right in Edmonton or just close by?
Yeah, we're right in Edmonton. We're born and bred in Edmonton, and we were in the same hospital. It was 1955, and we were both born in the same hospital 4 days apart.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I saw Lorraine.
So you could have been holding hands way back in that.
Yeah, I said, I saw you way back when. You looked familiar, you know.
You were the cutest baby there.
That's right. But that's last year we celebrated 50 years anniversary.
Congratulations. That is amazing.
That's a long time, eh?
Thank
wow.
you.
That's a lot.
Yep, that is a long time. But that is amazing, and I just love to hear that. Oh,
Yeah, well, we're really
baby.
enjoying the community. You're our favorite community, and so we're putting all our efforts to you guys.
Oh,
And especially you and Sherry really close. And of course, well, we've got all your communities so fantastic. We're seeing them right now. So we're
yep, they're coming on. Hello, Krishna. How are you? Yes, they're all here. Well, not all of them, but a good majority of them are here. We do have a fabulous community. I call them all well, you guys are all my RV family, but you are all family, and the connections are amazing.
yeah.
Just
Well,
amazing. But
as you saw, we RVing was our lifestyle too. As a matter of fact,
oh,
that's one of my canvases that I'm going to be working on there.
you
It's
know
the
what? I saw that. I thought that's amazing. Now that was Consumer Design, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I
we're
thought,
kind
oh my.
well, we're kind of sitting back. I was kind of sitting because there's so many events you're trying to figure out, including yours too, but there's so many events that you have to kind of prioritize them. So what I was going to do is enter it into the Just Breathe event. And that's about mental health issues and stuff
Right.
like that. So, and I thought it's perfect for Just Breathe because when you go out into these, you go camping or whatever, you're kind of relaxed, your mind, everything is just
Yeah.
more at peace. And you sort of see God into everything. So it's like, wow, you're in your element, eh? So I want to enter
Right.
that in May. That's a May event.
Oh, is that a May event?
Yeah, I'm going to try that one.
So
And
that's
Lorraine just finished the canvas off.
Ooh, what did you
Yes.
just finish?
It was called Spring Dream, I believe.
Okay, now which company was that from?
So that was also Dreamer Designs.
Okay.
Yeah, and it has a lot of floral in there, eh? And then there's a house in the background, and you see some deers in the front of the home, and but lots of flowers and so much color in that canvas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna show, I'm sure, the completion of it, right?
Yes, definitely.
I absolutely love all your Lego. Oh my goodness. That whole little town that you did with the Ferris wheel, and oh, I was like, I could probably go and just look at everything for like hours.
What we're gonna do, that was a teaser, 5-minute teaser. We're
Yeah, it
actually
was a
right now,
teaser.
yeah, we're in the basement and we only moved in here about a year and a half ago. So we settled our Lego. This is Lego took over here, but the
Right?
little studio part here and that's all in our basement. And what we do is Lorraine upstairs,
Yeah.
she uses the dining room, or I use the dining room, and Lorraine uses a big place in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So we do all our diamond painting there, but here's where I kind of do any of the Lego, and most of it is big dioramas of different scenes of things. So Lord of the Rings is what I've been working on lately. It's a big diorama of Lord of the Rings. I have to put together all these little characters.
Right.
So these are like horses and stuff. So that's sort of a sideline thing that I'm doing in the meantime too.
And that's got to be sometimes hard to get all those little pieces together.
Yeah, very often it's quite tricky because what we're doing is we're trying to do, like a lot of people, is trying to budget as well. So Lego
Yeah.
can be really expensive. My whole set that I have built so far is non-Lego. I've gone through AliExpress to do that, and the prices and costs are much cheaper,
Mhm.
Right.
and I can have a lot more fun with that. So my son has been helping me, and we're going to develop quite a scenario of Helm's Deep. It's just one of the big battles in that
The
whole
Lord of the Rings.
series.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's sort of a
I like
sideline.
fantasy, so
Yeah. But primarily we love doing the diamond painting. It clicked for both Lorraine and I. Hey, Lorraine?
Definitely.
You were the driver.
Well, I wouldn't think so, but yes.
And how long have you been diamond painting for now?
That's been since the end of last August, so it hasn't
Okay.
been that long.
So mostly, I think most of yours have come from Dreamer Design, or
It's a combination.
is
Like
it
we
a combination?
started off with Amazon and Temu and, the smaller canvases and that just to get our feet wet, eh? And
Right.
then all of a sudden the disease hit us and we went full scale and we buy like some Dreamer Design and some Diamond Art from the
Okay.
Diamond Art Club. So, but mostly we have a lot of Amazons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you shop at Temu as well?
Yes.
Yeah, we're big shoppers at Temu, but I see you have a topic on that's going to talk a little bit about the increases that people are going to experience there on Temu. I don't know what
Yeah.
the effect is going to be there.
So I had four. I tested it. Someone has sent me a message, and so with the increaser, they put an import charge on. So I tested it. But before I get into that, I just want to welcome people in. We have hello Autumn, welcome on in. We have Barry that came in. Hello Carol, and Nana. Welcome on in, you guys. We got Jules and Lorraine up here today, and we're talking.
Hi,
We are
everyone.
with them. So please, if you haven't gone to check out their channel, please do so. They absolutely love to diamond paint and Lego. Amazing. And they are Canadian, eh?
A
A
is right.
A is right. Tim Hortons.
Oh dear, don't even go there with me.
We do cheat sometimes though. We go through other drinks too. So.
Oh, I miss my Timmies. I miss my Timmies. Absolutely. Nothing like every morning when I used to work, I go through the Tim Hortons every morning. Pick up my little breakfast sandwich and my coffee. And then I won't say how many times I went through that drive-through
It can be
during the day.
addictive.
Oh yeah.
So easy, right? Just to go in and get a coffee. But
Yes.
yes, Temu prices definitely. Well, I noticed that the prices are going up, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I figured that was going to happen, but if you're going to now shop overseas, now here in the States, I don't know if they have it up in Canada, and you probably won't get affected with the importing charges in Canada because it's just, I believe, the tariff wars are between the US and China. So, anyway, so when you order from Temu now, now when you go to their page, we see the local warehouses. And like I said, I don't believe that Canada has the local warehouses yet. But we have local warehouses over here. So you're gonna get those first. So if you do not shop $30, I think it's $30 in one of their warehouses, and it has to be the same warehouse, you'll be charged $2.99 for each item you purchase.
Oh, wow.
The importing charges that they have now put on is, now we have to remember that the US have taxed or have tariffed them 150%.
Right.
So now the importing charges. So I had a $39 order in my cart. I had 4 diamond paintings, and so I went to go check out, and the importing charges was over $50.
Oh my God.
So the total was 90 some dollars.
Oh my
Wow.
good grief.
No, this is kind of sad, isn't it? Because so many people were dependent on. I mean, when we all went to Temu, we looked at the prices and we said, "Well, this is a great affordable hobby. We can all be doing." Lorraine and I have just recently done Dreamer Designs. She's got one and I've got one, but
Right.
we don't go there too often. I like doing the little sets with our family and everything, and buying them and also doing them because you can do them quickly, eh?
Yeah.
So-
Hello, Miss Southern Val. Welcome on in. Yes, and hello, Shamika. Welcome in. So yeah. So now I'm not sure. Like for me, like I said, I've been on a no buy, and I've got enough dime paintings probably to last me 3 lifetimes. So
Yeah.
I'm never gonna run out of diamond paintings. But
Hmm.
for the ones that do a lot of hauling, that's really going to affect them here in the States. Not only that, but once the warehouses run dry, and I'm not just talking Temu, but we got the Amazon, we got the Walmarts, we got the Targets, we got the Dollar Trees, we got the Family Dollars, we got, all those places for China, right? I mean, it
Yeah.
depends on how long this war lasts, but it's not only going to affect, us, the ones that buy directly from,
Right.
but all those places are going to go up in price.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And they're going to have to in order to, if they're going to continue supplying, items from China. I mean, we can't, most items, it doesn't matter where you purchase them. Where does it say? Made in China, made in China, made in China.
Yeah.
Most
Exactly.
items that we
Yeah.
Yeah.
purchase today are all made in China. So,
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true.
we just got to pray. We just got to pray
Yeah.
that, it all gets worked out and that it's a good deal for everybody that's involved.
That's
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
God is always in control no matter what. And
Right.
Exactly.
so we just have to put our faith and our trust in Him and know that it's all going to work out at the end.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
agree.
Meantime, it's like, oh dear.
Oh, we start small, right? Start with prayer. Like we had
Yeah.
we had two people in our family, my son
Mhm.
and
Our
my
daughter.
daughter. They were both experiencing that gap for jobs. And Lorraine and I just pressed in on prayer, and it happened bang, bang, like really fast. She got
Yeah.
a great job. My son just got a great job. He's in teaching, but the beauty of this is he's going to be teaching. He used to teach 30 classes where half couldn't speak English. It was tough. These were
Right.
a lot of immigrants in this particular area for my son. So he really experienced a challenge for 4 years. So he needed a breakthrough, and we prayed through a breakthrough, and he got a great, great job. He'll have about 5 to 6 uh, kids who have needs, and he says I'd love to work with kids with the needs, and plus it's more controllable, and he can spend more time with them. So he's really excited. But that's just how God moves on those things. By the way, we're voting tomorrow. Tomorrow is Canada's election.
That's right. It is. It is the election tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah,
I haven't really been following too much about it, but um, again, I always just leave that up, and I'm glad you're voting, and I always just leave that in God's hands because
yeah,
you know
right.
he makes the final decision.
Yes, he
That's
does.
right.
We little people down here think we do, but we don't.
No,
Not at all.
not at all.
We do not make those decisions.
No, that's right.
Hello, Judy. How are you? But yes, prayer is so important. Absolutely. And
Yeah,
that's what
for
I was
sure.
saying. I was saying to Sherry about this diamond painting back here. It says it has so many prayers in it. It has so much singing in it because I love to sing when I said, and it's got devotions in it.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. So when I think back, I'll look at that and I'll think, all that prayer that went over that diamond painting. I
Yeah.
do lots of prayers too when I diamond paint. I watch a lot of channels, but I also do when I'm by myself. I do lots of prayers and
Yes,
yes, and devotion and stuff over it.
you bet. Yeah, it's been a long journey for us. We came to the Lord. We came to know Him in 1990. It's quite a long time,
Uh-huh.
but again, it was one of those situations on your knees. Sometimes we have to be in that place where we're pushed down. Like life has pushed us down, and basically you've got God to turn to. That's it. Your only solution. So you turn fully to Him, eh? And that's how Lorraine and I both came at the same time to
Oh,
know the
nice,
Lord. Yeah.
Yes.
nice,
So
right.
that's why we love your community, and I love the songs. They're fantastic. Boy,
Oh, thank you. They're spirit led. Let me tell you.
yes.
I start writing, and then before you know it, I have. I love poetry. I've always loved poetry, and
Mm.
so that's always been big in my life. I should probably do a poetry book. I'll have to grab. I
Yeah.
think my books are still back in Manitoba though, but I have like scribblers full of just my poetry.
Wow.
But yeah,
Nice.
I
That's
absolutely.
awesome.
And my husband writes, so
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
he's a writer.
Awesome.
isn't that nice? Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love it.
yeah. He absolutely he does a lot of he loved the series. I mean, he still does today. Is Lost in Space, and he does a lot of fictional about Lost in Space, and he's in
Ah,
all those fictional groups or whatever.
Okay.
But
nice.
he also likes to write scenarios maybe. I mean, he's done that. He has published one book, and it is a kind of I'll say it's a kind of like a Western love story based kind of thing. It's kind of like it's got a bit of romance in it, but a little
Nice.
bit of mystery.
Great.
Well, yeah,
Hey.
Yeah.
and he published that. So it's called
Awesome.
the pew pew and the vows, or the vows and the pew pew. We can't say the other word on here.
Oh.
But
Can you
YouTube
spell it?
limits what we can say. So it's a pew pew, but it is on Amazon.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
And
That's
then
awesome.
he was been busy. Now we have a little love story, but he wrote a story about it, and of course fictional characters and all, but based on our love story,
oh,
and
nice.
Nice.
so I think he's almost finished that one. He also it's funny because he's from the States here, and I met him through my brother actually, playing some game. It was just can't even remember what the games was called. Something to do with food. My brother says you gotta go. It was on an app. He says you have to go and you have to make an account and you have to feed me. So my I had to send him food or
Typical.
something. It was something to do with sending him food. I was like, fine, I'll do it. So anyway, so you got to meet other people on there, and we
Ah,
just so happened to cross paths, and that was it. It was
awesome.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So
wonderful.
so anyway, so at night we'd always end our night talking to one another, and at night he'd always have a bedtime story for me,
Oh,
and it was called Little Bear and Little Wolf. My spirit animal is a bear through the Native American. Um,
Ah,
and he spent a lot of time up in Alaska in the Air Force. So he says Wolf, and that's his pin is Wolf Star Productions, but his pin
nice.
is Alaskan Wolf. So he
Wow.
says, oh, so that's how we kind of got Wolf Star together. And
Ah,
he actually
cool.
made it into
nice.
his last name. So
Wow.
is Wolf Star, yeah.
That's
So he
nice.
went and
Wonderful.
got it changed, but anyway, so it's kind of like would be really good for like a children's story kind of thing, but he's it was all the adventures of this little wolf and little bear, and a bear and a wolf aren't supposed to get along, right? But these two fell in love, and anyway, it's really really cute. And I told him he needs to put it all together, all those
Yeah.
stories that he used to read to me. I said you need to
Awesome.
put it together into a book.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, you need projects, don't you? It's always nice to have some focus like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
What is your name? What is your name? Who are you asking? Nanda's like, what is your name? Whose name? Oh, Yolanda. U10. I call her U10. But yeah, I don't know. Someone can go out there. Hey Sherry, can you link Jewel and Lorraine's channel for me, please? So people can go click on it. Yes, I sure am able to do that. Let me just 1 moment. Let's do this. There you go. Thank you so much
Oh, that was quick, eh?
for letting me know. Hello, Paula. Welcome on in. So we'll get your channel linked up. Hopefully, I could get Sherry to get it for us, and people can go and click on you, and then go check Lorraine and Jules out. They're amazing. They have a really really nice little channel. Absolutely love watching you guys. Love your
Thank you.
stories.
Yeah, you know what, Star, I think that's what's so fun is linking stories to what you do. And it's like you said, you have to have a passion for something. If you don't
Right.
have a passion for it, it shows through, right? So
Yeah.
for us, we just do things that we love and then we want to share it. That's sort of where we're at. We have no big goals for subscribers or anything. I'd rather have a small, great subscriber
Right.
community where you feel care and love with people, care for each other and everything. That's really our goal.
Yeah.
And nothing more than that. Though you get excited when you hit a pinnacle, like we're getting closer to 100 subscribers. That was exciting. I wouldn't, it wouldn't bother me to stay at 100 subscribers. Like
Yeah.
we have no monetary goals, so that's where
Right.
we're free there too. Eh? We just want to share and also to become members of the communities that we really like yours that we really enjoy.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, do you belong to any Lego communities out there? Sure,
No,
there's quite a few.
yeah, the funny thing is there is a lot. We have one of the biggest Lego guys. His name is Brixie, and
Hmm.
he's in Edmonton, and he's
Oh,
got 500,000 subscribers. But we didn't become members of his or anything. We just sort of participated to watch for people and parts and stuff. But we really have not gone full YouTube until we started diamond painting. This
oh,
is our start in YouTube now. Really, we had a couple little clicks we would do for our grandchildren and
right.
family. That's about it for YouTube. And then now we're full tilt. We'll be coming out with stuff every week, I think. We're sharing every week.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's the thing, YouTube is, I mean, it is a gate. I mean, I have met so many wonderful, wonderful, like I said, I call them all my RV family, but YouTube has just been great. God is good, you know. When
Oh,
God
for
opens
sure.
doors, He opens doors.
That's right.
Yeah.
And He definitely opened this door. I mean, I was, not that I was getting depressed and not that I was getting sad, but more lonely because I didn't, I was away from my family. I couldn't go back home because I was trying to get my residency card over here. So I, couldn't cross the border back and forth because if you do that, you have to start all over again.
Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa.
So yeah, so I was not that I was, felt stuck or anything, but I mean, you know what? Technology today is amazing because just like here, you pick up the phone, you click on a button, and you see each other, right?
Yes,
But it's
Yeah.
still not the same as being with your family.
that's very
Yes.
So
That's true.
it's been very tough because I would I'm going to go back. I keep saying that. Oh
Yeah.
yes, I'm gonna go. But anyway, had to stay here for the 2 years, and so yeah, I was getting lonely. I
Oh
didn't know
no.
anybody, so
Yeah.
I mean, I talked my husband's ear off because I'm a talker and I love to talk. So I talked his ear off. But I used
Oh.
to be into gaming. I used to be really big into gaming, and then when we sold the house and everything, even before that, I had some health issues, and my mother passed away, and
Mm.
so there was I just wasn't gaming anymore. So I kind of left that community, and then when I got down here, I thought, what am I going to do? So of course we didn't have internet where we were when we first moved out here. Um, just our phones, and even that was very sketchy. Now out here in the desert, it's barren. So we don't have
Mm.
like the high speed internet. We don't have, actually, if we get the house, well, not if, I'm going to say when we get the house, because I totally trust in the Lord that He's going to provide for us. So when we get the house, even there's no internet. They don't have the
Oh.
cables. They don't have, like, it's just they don't have it out here in the where I am located in the desert. It's very barren. It's all very barren. But anyway, so we have Starlink. And
Ah, yes.
Starlink has been good to us, but there
Mhm.
are things that will all of a sudden block. I said, I said, oh, I swear that every time an airplane flies over, it blocks our signal, because then
Oh,
you'll see like a little wheel, or it'll go in and out when I'm live sometimes on
right.
StreamYard. I said, because that's, something's blocking that, that we're not
Wow.
getting that signal.
Oh,
Wow.
But
Well,
oh, brother Gene, welcome on in.
yeah.
So yeah, so it's been a little bit. Plus, we have it on the ground, and it should be, up higher. But we just never got a pole to put it up on the RV, and it worked not too bad when we were in the other location. This one is a lot worse, but
Oh, yeah.
because we have moved parks. But
Yeah.
anyway, so once you get settled and everything in this new place, then we will definitely have our Starlink way up in the sky. Our little dish thing. We'll have it
Yeah.
mounted on the ceiling. But
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
nice.
anyway, so we got it. So when I moved down here, there was no internet. And we were
Wow.
so undecided. The original plan was just to go snowbirding. So it was only going to be for 6 months.
Mm,
Oh,
yeah.
So, I went down here. Like I said, I got some health issues. And so when we came down here, we went to Yuma. Now, Yuma is the biggest, I think, one of the biggest
Yeah.
snowbirding communities.
Yeah, for sure. Lots
They
of Canadians there.
yes.
Yes, it is filled with us snowbirds over there.
Yeah.
So the Canadian geese fly north.
By the way, we saw a duck just comfortable right in front of our house today when we took the dog
Wow.
out. It didn't want to move. The duck didn't want to move, and we were trying to be careful not to make it
Disturb
fly
it.
off, but our dog didn't
Right.
have anything to do with that. Boston Terrier, oh boy. I'm
Oh
gonna get
yeah,
that duck.
no, you would definitely want that duck. But,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that was the original plan, was just to go snowbirding for the 6 months.
Oh, okay.
So, and I just kind of wanted to have a feel of, how this temperature, because I needed a dry temperature for, I've got an autoimmune disorder. So the dry temperature is supposed to really help it. And I had read a lot of people saying that, get to the dryer, and even the doctors, dry humidity is no good.
Yeah.
You need to dry, keep your
Yes.
place dry, whatever.
Yeah.
So okay. So we sold the house. The plan was to sell the house, which we did, and then go here for 6 months, and then go back up into Canada. And we were going to get buy actually a cottage for the summer. So we were going to travel back and forth from the cottage to, the States every, 6 months up there, 6 months down here.
Mhm.
Okay.
But then they moved
Oh.
down here. So we stopped off at Yuma, and we only lasted a month there because it was so crowded. And I'm not,
Oh,
yeah. I am used to wide open spaces. I grew up on a farm, for one thing, in the
Oh,
middle, or in a little town of Morris, Manitoba.
oh,
And
nice.
it's all farmland. So, I was used to the spaces. I've never lived in a big city. I did work for many years in Kenora, Ontario, which is cottage country. Again,
Yeah.
it's,
Mhm. Yeah.
so having, so many neighbors and so close, and in an RV, it's not quiet. You can hear people talking outside, right? I mean, it's just not quiet. We had our two
Yeah.
little dogs, which are a little bit yappy sometimes, and then they had a book like this thick, of
Oh,
rules for an
yeah.
RV park.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
you can't do
boy.
this and you can't do that, and it was all, you can't do this,
A
and
lot
you
of
couldn't even make any
restrictions.
noise after 9 o'clock at night. It had to be quiet. 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I understand senior citizens but don't tell me senior citizens are quiet after
Yeah, that's right.
after
That's
9
right.
We
o'clock.
aren't.
Right.
You know.
Oh,
But
boy.
anyway, there was just too many. Now we had stopped off at this little park along our way, and it was called Wolf RV Park. At first, it was called Wolf RV Park, and we thought that was just so fitting with Wolf, and so. So anyway, so we phoned her and said, "Do you do long term?" And she says, "Yeah, we would do long term." So that's how we settled over here in Deming, New Mexico. And New Mexico always holds a place for us, because that's where I met my husband for the first time in person, was in New Mexico. So it was just
Okay.
meant to be. It was like a full
Yes.
circle, you know.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Well, that's
So
a
it
great
is called
story.
the land of enchantment. There
Ah,
are some really
nice.
beautiful places over here, but
Mm-hmm.
a lot of barren. So we're, like I said, we're in a very barren. We have a lot beautiful pecan trees. They are turning beautifully green.
Wow.
There's quite a few farmland out here. They do right now. They're planting onions. Soon it will
Wow.
be
Oh,
peppers. So a lot
Nice.
of the red peppers, like the chili peppers,
Mm.
and then you got the locals. Like most of them are probably from Mexico, I would say.
Yeah.
But a big, Mexican community.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just
Nice.
amazing. So, as you
nice.
know, we have been looking for a house now, though, because the
Yeah.
winds here, the
Mm-hmm.
desert winds,
Yeah.
not good, not good
Yeah.
if you're in an RV. Not good.
Um,
So we are hoping to get a place here soon. And like I said, I mean, I put my trust in God, and He
yeah.
knows what's
That's
best for
right.
us.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
for sure.
so we're getting closer to the final bits of it, but there was a little few things that it's an older home, so they needed to
Yeah.
have a few things that needed to be tied down and so forth. And
Yeah.
I'm like, well, how now down here? I guess they have a lot of those. What do you call those manufactured homes?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yes. Mm-hmm.
So, and then most homes here, and if they're not manufactured, they're cement. They're
Ah,
like a cement style home, like yeah,
okay.
I think they're just made out of cement. But anyway, so and then you have to tie these homes down. I don't know how they tie them down, but there's
Oh,
a way that they tie them down.
wow.
Okay.
So
That's
a lot of the older homes though didn't need that qualification, but now if you
okay.
sell a home, you have to make sure it's tied down. So that is what we're waiting for. Is apparently to get this home somehow tied down. I don't know,
Ah,
something
Okay.
under the foundation. They have to go in and tie it down. I have no idea
interesting.
how
Wow.
they
Never
tie
heard
a
of
home
that.
down.
Yeah, didn't never heard of it.
Yeah.
Wow. Because here
No.
everything is basements here. Except
Yes.
my parents, they did live, they both passed away some
Hmm.
years ago, but they had a nice community like yours. Edmonton's got some of those nice communities too. And we visited them a lot. And but like you said, there's some little issues sometimes with the noise and that. And
Yeah.
where is your place located, Star? The new house there?
Here,
Yeah, the new house that you're gonna have
it's
there.
actually only maybe 5 miles from where I am.
Oh, that's
Oh,
Or,
that's
great.
yeah.
excellent.
Yeah. It's just down
Wow.
the road.
Oh,
Great.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's perfect. Beautiful
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yard. Now, um, I did have a members only video showing the home. Maybe I'll make it public after, but I just didn't want to make it public because it's not
uh,
ours yet, and out of
you
respect
bet.
for the one that owns it, I thought I would
Yeah.
Right.
to the
Yeah.
ones that are members
True.
of the community here.
Yeah.
So that's why it's. But once you get it, I'll put it public. But of
Okay.
course, but it has it's a beautiful yard. It's got
Nice.
some little nice growing trees on it. I think they're fruit trees.
Oh,
The
wow.
person that is selling it, she's an older. I think she lost her husband not that long ago, and
Wow.
she's older. She's up in age, and so I was talking to the realtor the other day, and he's like, oh, there's still a few things, and I know she doesn't have a lot of money, and that was one thing that she hasn't been able to sell it because she hasn't been able to fund to have it fixed up.
Um,
So I've been praying about it and stuff, and now
yeah.
there's a way that she's able to do that because the contractor has made a deal with her that once she sells it, then she can repay them back at that time.
Okay.
Oh,
You know, so she's able
awesome.
to do that.
Yeah.
But so I mean that was a relief, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
You
Mm-hmm.
was
bet.
thank you Jesus because He answered
Mm.
prayer right there. But not
He
only
answered
prayer,
prayer.
but for us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? It's funny you say that, Star, because this home here, the guy that sold it, his wife had gone into a home and he was 92.
Yeah.
92 years old. So he was at that point too, that he couldn't do anything. When I came in here, I had to do lots of little projects. I
Right.
can't do big projects, but I can do quite a bit, but not a ton.
Yeah.
So, but we had to, you know what? Once you're in there, it's just, oh, take it easy. when it hits us, this thing's bugging me, then I'll go over there and we'll work on it and fix it and whatever, right? So
Yeah.
we were the same. I was a 92-year-old fellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's up there in age. I think she's in her 80s or something.
Wow.
But you know,
Yeah.
now her, apparently she's got some kids. I'm not exactly sure, but anyway. So what happened was the other day we went for a drive. We thought, oh, it was actually Easter. It was Easter, and we decided to go get something special for Easter. So we went to go get some brisket. There's a really nice place here in town that does barbecue brisket and
nice.
stuff. So we picked on some brisket, and I said to hubby, I said, let's just drive by and see how much progress they're making, or if we can see what they're doing on the house and stuff. So we went there, and there's this big hole because they've dug up for where the cistern is, because they need to inspect that, right? So, and it's, the cisterns are all underground. So of course you have a well, you have a cistern that needs cleaning out. There's like, which is fine for me because I grew up with that way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I grew up with this cistern. Didn't grow up with the well, but we had the cistern. But
wow.
But anyway, so they had dug a big hole because they need to inspect it. So we were driving around, and then we parked in. Now this place does have an outlet for RVs.
Oh.
So, but it needs a little bit of fixing because of the wear and tear. So my hubby went to go take a picture of it, and then when he came back, we were backing out, and I was like, I think you need to check the tires. Well, we had blown one.
Oh.
We had blown a tire, and I had been telling him for months already. I said, I think you really need to look at these tires, honey. They look a little bit bulgy. Oh no, oh no, they'll be fine. No, I think you really need to look at it. Anyway, so we were stuck, and it's Easter. It is Easter, and I'm like, oh dear, right? So we phone this. So we phone for now. We have insurance that will cover the cost of someone coming out, right, through our insurance.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was all covered, but so we called, but we had to wait. We had to wait about an hour and a half.
Okay.
And Deming isn't that big, but I understand it's Easter. Okay, I get it. It's Easter.
Yeah.
So and we don't really know the location. Like, we know the location of where we're at, but trying to explain how to get over here. Now, most people, you would think, if they lived in Deming, they would know the area.
Yeah.
So anyway, so the poor guy got lost, so we had to wait. Well, they sent out. He must have been very close to 90. Very close to 90.
Wow.
And this little guy, I mean, he was a short little guy. And I mean, he had the whole suspender look, right? He had the big belly and the suspenders. And, I would think that they would have sent a tow truck. No, he came in a probably, I'd say, maybe 78 truck, 1978 truck.
Oh no.
It was a real old truck.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And you'd think they would have tools, they would have everything to take this tire off. Now the problem was, we know how to change a tire. That's not an issue. The problem was, we couldn't get the lug nuts off.
Right.
Because now everything's, how they do it with machine. Back in the day, it was no problem, right? So we just could not budget.
Yeah.
We tried and tried.
Wow.
So
what a predicament.
so out he comes. And I was like, oh dear, poor little guy. And he probably was so full from just eating his Easter supper, right?
Oh, jeez.
So anyway, he comes out, and he's like, well, do you got tools? And we're like, well, we were hoping. Now our truck had one. It had one of those wrenches, but it only had like the one. You know how you can get the one that's crossed, right?
Yeah.
Has the bore.
Yes.
Which you can have more pressure on that, right?
Yeah.
Well, the truck only had the one, so I said, we need to get the 4.
Yeah.
Because then we probably would have been able to get it off, right?
Yeah.
But just the little one. And then, of course, the jacks aren't that great.
No,
the hydraulic jacks are so much better.
Oh, yeah. Much better.
And I mean, we have that all back in Canada, but that's where everything is. But anyway, so.
Oh, wow.
So between him and my hubby, they finally were able to get the tire changed, but it was like, oh my goodness gracious.
Mm,
You know,
boy, boy.
just life is so much different out here.
I
You
can
know, they
Yeah.
imagine.
they just don't, it's not, everything's slow paced.
Yeah.
You know, how you
Yeah.
get so used to the fast pace of life. Not out
Mm-hmm.
here. It's
Yeah.
slow paced.
Yeah.
There is nothing fast about living in Deming, New Mexico, let me tell you.
That's the way I
Everything
like it.
is just, yeah.
Because I worked downtown for 30 years. And so I'm used to the commuting craziness. Edmonton's
Right.
got we have about 1 million people, and then our metro is about 1.5 million and
Yes.
growing like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But commuting downtown, oh my God. I commuted sometimes at a certain period of time, I commuted with two guys together, and we were carpooling.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I was a really skillful, fast driver. These guys were nuts. I don't know why they weren't doing taxis or something, because they were fast. And I felt like a slow driver, and I'm not that slow. But I could only hack that for a little while because I actually enjoy just taking it easy in the car. And it's like a wind down
Right.
type of period, eh? And so you don't need this wildness and stuff. But so yeah, when somebody talks about peace, I definitely move towards that. I like the idea with New Mexico and peaceful.
Yes, very peaceful out here. Beautiful. I mean, it's a beautiful community.
Mm.
Very friendly, very, there's a lot of, what do you call them? The flea markets, I think.
Oh,
So
lovely.
because we're so close to Mexico, we're only like probably half an hour to the border of Mexico.
Wow.
That's
And so they come over and they sell their stuff. Now, I don't
Ah,
know how that's going
nice.
to happen this year
Oh,
because things have changed a little bit.
yeah.
But last year, they'd come over and of course you can get really good deals,
mm-hmm.
right? But they would have these flea markets that pop up everywhere. So you go
Oh,
and some of the potteries and the artwork, or like the potteries and the jewelry and
yeah.
like just the things that they make are just
Nice.
beautiful, just
Nice.
beautiful.
Yes.
And then we have these little pop-up gas stations along the I-10 here, and they have Native American stuff
Oh,
along with
lovely.
Mexico stuff in there, and they
Nice.
sell it in there as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, they're so the talents is a pottery is
Boy.
just beautiful,
Oh,
I can
beautiful
imagine.
yeah.
pottery.
Oh,
So
boy.
it's just, yeah. But like I said, it's just very, very slow paced. You want anything done, you just gotta wait. So definitely it teaches you patience,
Yes, for sure.
because we're used to having things, go, 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 go.
Instantaneous. Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
here it's just you gotta sit back and just be patient. A lot of
Yeah.
retirees are here. Of course, a lot of snowbirds. So in the winter, it gets very busy.
Mm-hmm.
But in the summer, it's slows right down to almost nothing. It's kind of like when I was in Kenora. It's the same thing, right? In the summer, it was bustling because of everyone that would come over from the states actually to Kenora to go
Oh,
fishing because it was a big fishing community.
Oh.
A lot
oh,
of tournaments, and of course it's cottage country, so a lot of the people from the states had cottages out there, and there was a boat you could go and you could do a tour and look at all the beautiful I call them mansions, but
oh.
mansions of cottages, they're huge. It's
Oh,
like,
boy.
okay, if you have a house somewhere, why do you need a big cottage?
Right. Oh, geez.
But these things probably had like 5 rooms and, 5 bathrooms to go with those
Oh,
rooms. I mean, they're just huge. But anyway, there was a little tour boat that you could take and you could go around and it would tell you, all the famous people that own cottages in and around Kenora.
oh,
So that
yes.
was always nice. But
Yeah.
yeah, in the summer it became very, very busy,
Oh,
almost
I
I
can
doubled
can.
in
imagine.
Yeah.
size.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
That's busy.
Yeah.
We had at one period of time for quite a few years, especially when my grandchildren were just born.
Yeah.
We had a half acre out at a lake, and we just put our trailer on it, and then we did little enhancements and stuff on it.
Right.
But that was great years for the kids growing up, the grandchildren and my son and daughter, and that was it's great memories there. But we used to walk, when we'd walk along the side of the beach, those were the mucky mucks. Everybody called them the mucky mucks. They were the ones with a lot of money, big houses, a lot of stuff pouring into the, like they do their fertilizing, and you have to have good lawns and everything. They do this, and it would all pour into the lake, and then the lake would have that fertilizer, and it would wreck the lake and with algae, especially up here. We're not great for lakes in Alberta, unless you go way north. You go up north quite a bit.
Right.
But all the lakes locally, you got to really watch them. And now they're a lot pickier about it. They don't allow people to do that kind of stuff, fertilizing stuff, and
Yeah.
Well,
here there's no grass.
Don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
If you want grass, you're gonna have to do the surf and turf or whatever it's called. you gotta buy grass if you want. There's no grass.
I don't think I missed that. I don't think I missed that, Star.
My husband loves it because there's no cutting grass, right?
Yeah.
Now he grew up in the desert. He calls himself a little desert rat because he originally grew up in the desert, but up in California, what's it called? By Nevada. Anyway, on that side. So he's used to running around and barefoot in the desert. I said, I don't know how you run around barefoot in the desert. I said, but they have these cactus, those tumbleweeds. But here they're gigantic tumbleweeds, but they have these little prickies on them, like little pricky, like they're from cactus, right? So they're little pricky. I said, I don't know how you ran barefoot out.
Oh no!
I mean, anything you touch it, just like if you get a pin, if you're sewing or whatever, and you get pricked with a pin, that's exactly how they feel when they prick your skin. And it's like, I don't know how you ran around barefoot. Plus, with all the snakes and everything else, I said, no. But anyway, Rick tells us little stories of how he used to run around barefoot in the desert. But yeah, it's just sand. It's just sand, and that's why we get such bad dirt storms when winds pick up. And it closes the highway just like a blizzard. And I'm sure you've been in a blizzard. Just like a blizzard does, it closes everything down, right? Because you can't see. Well, the sand is no different. The winds start blowing and the sand starts blowing, and you can't see anything in front of you. Nothing. It's like, and it's just, but instead of white, it's a beige color, and it hurts. Snow doesn't hurt so bad, but let me tell you, you're out there with the sand, all those little pieces of sand, it hurts.
But I can imagine.
It's quite amazing how that happens. And then we get those little dirt devils, the ones that spin around. And they're calling them the little tornadoes or whatever, dirt tornadoes. And we get a lot out here because, like I said, it is open space. So those are just amazing to watch. You can watch them form, actually. They just start forming on the ground, and they just get bigger and higher. And I've seen quite big ones. And they last for quite a while. I mean, they just go. And we've been hit by a couple of them.
Oh, wow.
Because they don't watch where they go.
No. And there's multiple ones. There's multiple ones sometimes, right?
Yes.
They can come down, and all of a sudden there's another one, and
then all of a sudden another one start. It's just quite amazing, just to see the difference of what's out here. Of course, you got our little lizards in the summer. I don't know where they must hibernate somewhere in the winter because it does get down. We do get freezing. We had like 2 times where it snowed.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a little bit of snow. So it does get down, but of course it melts during the day because it goes back up to the 50s and 60s. But, oh dear, my kitty. And,
I thought that was a baby.
no, I didn't know what he's doing. That's Blizzard. He's 20 years old, and we just love him.
Wow.
So I think he's starting to lose it. He's starting to lose his mind. They do. Animals too lose their mind, and I believe he's definitely, because I think he sometimes feels lost. You know, he
Oh,
doesn't know exactly where he is. He gets
Uh-huh.
yeah,
disoriented.
yeah.
So he's
But
starting getting so thin. Oh, my poor little boy.
oh,
He used to be this huge, big black cat. Not anymore. He's just skin and bone now.
yeah,
But
oh, geez. I
that,
heard a yelp from our little one there, so I think we're gonna have to go. But
yeah,
what we wanted to do, and let somebody else come up, that's fine. But we really, really enjoyed this. This is like our indoctrination. I called it a baptism, by the way.
yeah, I saw that.
I was struggling like crazy. I told Lorraine, I says, okay, right now I'm shaking. So you go on and do this and this and this, right? Like we were trying to set it up. And but
Right.
now once you've done something one time, it's always the way life is, right? Once you're that way, you're experienced and you can
That's
handle
it.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been
Absolutely.
very helpful, Star. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Oh, well,
Thank you,
thank you. And
Star.
again, I apologize. My sincere apologies for, I wanted to do this all yesterday with you guys. And
No, that's
then
all
I
right.
was like, oh, we just couldn't connect. But I'm
No,
glad
that's all right.
everything got figured out.
Yep,
And
it
thank you
usually
for
does.
joining me today.
Well, you're
And,
very welcome.
and
Thank you.
please, everybody, please make sure you go and give some love to Jules and Lorraine.
Okay. Thank you very much then, Star.
Thank you, Star. Bye,
Oh, thank
everybody.
Bye,
you.
everybody.
So nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you
Nice
too.
meeting you as well.
All right. I don't know if do you know how to get out of here?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's another thing to do too. Go over to the phone.
Yeah, go over and then you just hit the end or the remove. I think it's remove. I'm not sure if I can do it on this end. Let me see. I know I can get you off the screen, but I can remove you from stage. And I don't think we can hear them anymore. So they can figure out how they need to leave. And let me let's see. So nice meeting them. I'm not sure. Let me just go back. I know I've missed a bunch of people coming in. So let me go back and just see who all came in here. We have, I think, Brother Jim. Hello, Steffi. Welcome on in. Joyful Steffi. We got Paula. I think I said hello to. I think Sherry shared the link to them. Laura, welcome on in. Who else has come in? Hello, Mara. Welcome. All right. I think we're good. I don't know. I'll do this for them. Seeing if they can figure out how to leave. Thank you. Thank you, Sherry. I so appreciate that. All right. So I do have the link in my description. We have another hour to go. So you are more than welcome to join me up here. But anyways, I was saying about the Temu. So if you are from the United States, please make sure you're checking. I don't want anyone to all of a sudden get stuck at, oh no, see if I can fix my camera here. I'm going to try to turn this camera on. Is it going to work? Not going to work. Oh no. I don't want anyone to get stuck with the importing charges. So please make sure that you are looking at the importing charges. I'm going to, where's my YouTube here? I'm going to post, I'm going to pin their channel, you guys. Pin message. So now their channel will be linked at the very top of the YouTube. So you can just go and click on that. But anyway, I didn't want anyone to get stuck with the importing charges. And I don't know why my other camera's not working. Oh dear, let me do this. Let me see what I can do here. All right, hopefully you can still hear me. I'm just gonna try to fix my camera here. I don't know why it's not connecting today. Now unplug it and plug it back in. And hopefully I can get the camera working. I am now starting to go back to my fairy. It is looking amazing. I have to come back in again. At stage. There I am. And there's that. And I'm trying to figure out, sorry guys. I don't know why it's not picking up my camera today. Let me go to camera. Sometimes I have to actually, oh well, we might have to do it the old-fashioned way. Good, I'm glad you can hear me. I'm glad you can hear me. All right. Let me just turn this around. Sorry, guys. I need to move a few things here to get set up because I was hoping that I could just use my other camera and have you facing down, but it's being, it's saying no. It doesn't want to cooperate with me today, but that's okay. That is okay. Okay. I'm going to try to put you down here. Where did my mouse go? Let me go to, oh, nope, wrong one. Wrong one. There we go. There we go. So there is, hopefully that's good. Set that up. So this is the fairy that I'm working on. I've done 2 corners so far, so I'm kind of working in the middle on the top here. And then I think I'm just going to roll as I go. I'll just roll as I go. So anyway, so with Temu, I just wanted to make sure that everybody was aware of the changes, that you weren't all of a sudden get a bill and you notice, oh my goodness, where did this charge come from? Because if you're not paying attention, I mean, it is in your total, but you might not be paying total attention. And I just didn't want anyone to get stuck paying that big importing fee. I don't believe that it has happened yet in anywhere else. Like I don't know. I haven't talked to my girls yet. Or if anyone has Temu in Canada, if you noticed any prices going up or anything from there. Just opening up all my containers here. I got 2. I got this one going, and then I got this big one. This painting has a lot of colors. Let me see. It has like 46, I think. No, 65. This painting has 65 colors in it. So it's got lots of colors. Lots and lots of colors. Move my light pad over just a little bit. This canvas does come from Dreamer's Design. It is called Meadow Fairy. She is just a cutie. And she's going to look absolutely beautiful when she is done. I can see it already. The colors are just amazing. Now this canvas has 3 different. It has fairy dust, it has ABs, and it has crystals in it. So her wings here are outlined. You can kind of see the sparkle up here too. In the middle here, there are crystals in it. So there's a mixture of both, which makes it look really, really nice. So yeah. Ooh, which color is which? Probably not as if it's US enforced. That's what I'm thinking. But if they're increasing the prices, I'm wondering if they'll increase the prices over in just for other countries too. Hopefully not. Hopefully they won't touch other countries. That's what I'm hoping anyway. But yeah. You know, just like us though, if we send mail overseas or even to Canada, it can get quite expensive. I mean, just to send a small package, we were looking at it was like $40. So it can be quite expensive for shipping. So I can understand. I mean, they don't have the freedoms like they used to have. So they have to charge the importing fees. Thank you. Yeah, this one was I got this one gifted by my husband for when I reached my year being on YouTube. So that was awesome. Did you finish it, Sherry? Wow. She finished her fishies. I bet you that looks awesome. Because it had a lot of ABs in it, didn't it? Oh, that's good, Paula. I'm glad to hear that. Oh yeah, Carrie, they do. They also have some fairies. I really like this one. And Dreamer Design, their office is in Canada. So and I kind of like Dreamer Design canvases. I haven't the first canvas I done, which was not a square, but that lion is a round, but was my Diamond Art Club. I mostly do budget friendly from the budget friendly companies. So I have very few canvases from Dreamer Design, and I think that is maybe I have one other from Diamond Art Club. I'm just trying to think if I have another one, but I don't think so. I think most of mine all come from Dreamer Design. Yeah, the whole backhand is AB. Yeah, that's going to be shiny. That's like the one I did for Reverend Jean, but unfortunately they never got it. I said, I always tease him. I said, yep, somebody's got it hanging on their wall, and it's not you. They lost it along the way. Now, how do you lose a package from New Mexico to Arkansas? I want to know that. You know, I was thinking, well, maybe the truck it was on got into trouble or something. You know, there are things called accidents that happen, so you just never know. But please, hey, Carrie, please watch the weather today. If you're in, where is it, Minnesota? If you're in the Dakotas, please watch the weather today. It's supposed to be pretty nasty in those areas. Wisconsin, and what else is up there? Ohio, maybe? But there's like a long band of where there's supposed to be bad weather today. My friend in Colorado had her package stolen between the post office and her house on a day they were closed. Oh my goodness, Mara. Now is that the same lady that you get your stuff from? That one? That lady? Hey, Reverend James says, yeah, not me. I know. And how are you guys doing? How are you? I have been praying, and I know God's got his hand on you, and that Jesus will heal you right up. I have no doubt in my mind, but they were in a little bit of a wreck the other day. They got back-ended, and we can now, when you get back-ended, there's usually whiplash involved, and they did end up getting whiplash, but I said, God protects us, and he sends his angels down, and we have his angels to protect us here on this earth, and I truly believe that You know, you were definitely had your hands of angels on you, because getting hit from behind is so dangerous, and especially at a speed. So I hope you're not too bruised up, and I'm sure the healing process has already started, if not 100%. As we get older, the more we hurt, right? We can't go through so many bumps and bruises. Someone after I pass will sell it for millions. I don't know about that, but hey, they have your logo on your wall. Awesome. Oh no. And do you know that? So we were trying to get, because we have insurance for any package we send out. So for Brother Jean there, we had put in an insurance claim. Well, the painting itself was only probably maybe $15 is what I paid for it for the custom. And then but how do you put a value on that? And then I had some homemade jewelry in there and some other things that was in the package. So it was like, well, how do you put a value on it? So the max you can get is 100, but I think we were only trying for like 50. I said, well, let's just do 50. $50 sounds good. So we put it in. Well, no, they wouldn't accept it because, well, how much was a diamond painting, and how well I can't add up all the little beads that I used for a bracelet, or there was a couple other things in there which you could give a price, but it was like, oh my goodness, they're so picky. So we're still waiting on that for them. So I I said, well, this is what it is, and this is how much I felt that I put my time in and stuff to make it, and you guys are the one that lost it. It wasn't us that lost the package, and they definitely never did receive it, even though it kept saying, what did it say for the longest time? Oh, it's on its way. And I think probably if you still go look at the tracking, it'll probably say it's on its way. Oh, so funny. But we have actually lost quite a few. There's been quite a few packages that have gotten lost along the way. So, like I said, you just never know what happens when it leaves your place. Your home. They have to have the faith that it gets there, but obviously, just means I'll have to do it over again. But now I don't know what's going to happen with these. It's going to have to wait till at least till things get settled down with this terraform going on. Because unless I start making my own. My husband mentioned it to me the other day. He says, you know what? He says, when we get settled into the home and stuff, he says we should really look at getting one of those machines that you could just make your own diamond paintings. I says, yeah, but I will still have to get the diamonds for it. He says, well, we'll just make our own. Okay. All right, Mr. Inventor. Oh, thank you, Brother G. Yeah, I was quite I guess I could say upset to hear that you never did get it. I mean, it would have looked beautiful hanging on your wall. But that's okay. I'll just, like I said, I'll just do it again. But yeah, so we're trying to get the insurance. So hopefully, my whole story on that was, I hope, Mara, that they'll be able to get the insurance for it that they want. So, but yeah. No, a lot of people don't even look at when they say, well, diamond painting. Well, a lot of people don't look at it as art either. Like a a painting wood, because I think a lot of people don't even know what it is. So, but I said it's art. It's a form of art. Go look it up. You know, go look it up. Yeah, thankfully it's still I can feel the wind is picking up out there. Like I said, this afternoon we're supposed to have very high gusts of wind. It's going to get up to the close to 60-mile-an-hour winds out here again today. So I've been praying that it's not going to get so bad. The other day, I swear the trailer moved. My husband and I were talking, and all of a sudden, this big wind gust came, and it was one of those little tornadoes I was telling you about. Well, it hit the side of our trailer, and I swear it moved our trailer because it was like, whoa. And it was like, and then all of a sudden we looked out the back window here, and yep, there it went. There it goes. But he decided to hit us first, I guess, saying, wake up in there. Hello, Tyson. Welcome on in. I did get reimbursed the cost. Unfortunately, one of the canvases was discontinued, and it was going to be a gift for, oh no, Mara. It's going to be a gift for the vet clinic. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Because, and then all the hours that you spent in doing it, you know? And me, I haven't gotten to the point yet of double placing. So, or what is it called? Multi-placing. And when I do my squares, as you can see, I use tweezers. So it's one at a time. Right? It is, exactly, Jean. But definitely, you know. Oh, I don't know if Michelle is still in here. Glitters? Not sure, but I was going to sing her happy birthday because it was her birthday yesterday. So let's all wish Glitters a happy birthday, and I will sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Glitters. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Glitters. If anyone else had a birthday, happy birthday to you too. I hope you had an amazing day. She said she had a kind of day. I says, I get those too. Just, how was your day? It was kind of. Hello, Kayla. How are you? Sorry if I missed everyone. Hello, Steffi. How you doing? Welcome in. I say every morning, though, I wake up, no matter what kind of day it is, I always thank the Lord for the day. Always. Doesn't matter. Even if I wake up grumpy, which is not very often, to be honest with you. I'm not a grumpy person, but I mean, there are days that I was like, oh, I should just go back to bed. Oh, I say that to my husband sometimes, and when he's grumpy, I says, honey, Can you just go back to bed and wake up on the other side of the bed? Just try rolling over and wake up on the other side. See if that makes a difference for you. But anyway, but yeah, you know, I thank him every day. I thank him every day for just the beautiful day that he has given us. He has made this day. We are breathing, you know, we are alive, and he wants us to rejoice. He wants us to. That's why I said that painting behind me has so much singing and prayers and devotions over it, because that's what I do when I sit here and I paint. And even if I'm watching somebody, because I do attend a lot of lives, so if I am watching somebody, I'm here diamond painting, and I'm either, if they're praying, I'm praying along. They're doing devotions and doing devotions along with them. They're crafting, I'm listening, I'm learning, but I'm also praying and singing, because I absolutely love to sing. I love to sing. And it says, make a joyful noise. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord. And that is what I do. And I know that without him, I am nothing. But with him, I am everything. Because he said so. Because he said so. Kayla, I absolutely adored your Easter cards. They were absolutely beautiful. Now, did you do that all on a Cricut? Like, did you do like the whole pattern on a Cricut, or is that the die cuts or whatever they're called? I was watching Nana last night use a die cut for the first time, and I just learned about a die cut and what you can do. I mean, I've heard of that before, but I had no idea really what it was. So you get these like little stencils or whatever, and you put them through this machine, and it cuts out. It's like cutout papers. And then I don't know, do you actually use them, or is it just for tracing? Like, do you trace them on a piece of paper, or what you do with it? I'm not sure. What you do with the die cuts after that. Oh dear, you know, oh, you know, I am an M. Like, oh no, I'm doing that. Am I doing the right color? Oh, it was a stamping and die cutting? Okay. So yeah. So they were beautiful, absolutely beautiful cards you made. Thank you so much for sharing them. I so appreciate it. We still do have the fairy event going on. Of course, the grand finale won't be till in beginning of May, but you still have time to enter. Please make sure that you either post on the Facebook page, which is Stars Diamond Painting and Temu Fanatics, and either that, or you can email me at the joy of diamond painting, or sorry, the joy of diamond art 70 at gmail.com. I'll have all that information linked in my description afterwards. But if you go to my older, or if you go to almost any video, I usually have my contact information linked. I might have missed the last couple. I can't promise that it's in there, but it is in one of them. Decorating cards. Yes, Nana. What are you doing right now, Nana? Come join me. Come show people what you're working on. Nana's always working on something. She was playing in a big bowl of water. And I was just laughing. It's like, Nana, what are you doing now? Brody, you just told her to make a birthday cake and make sure there are sprinkles on them. She's like, I'm not making a cake. But I'm sure at the end you could have made a cake. With that paper or whatever you're doing. Paper? Was that paper mache? I think it was paper mache. I'm not sure. Or paper clay. I don't know. She was tearing up these newspapers and then into water and soaking them. I'm not even sure. She made beautiful angels and snowmen, right? And those snowmen too, just out of paper in water, and then you add glue to it, and then you put them in at least the wings went into molds. So they're absolutely beautiful. That's right, Gina. You could, Nana. You could make a cake. Hello, Kaylin. How are you? How are you doing? How is it in Ontario? Carrie Lynn lives up in Ontario. She probably lives pretty close to Nana. Because Nana lives in that area too, up there. So, did you get all your appointments straightened out for your doctors? Hopefully. Carrie definitely needs to be kept in our prayers, guys. She's going through quite a few medical issues right now, so I know a lot of us, fortunately, our bodies are not 100% as we get older. They start falling apart. Paper clay, that's what it was. Okay, so it's not paper mache, it's called paper clay. And I was going to ask you, Nana, about that because I had a question, and I was dawn painting, so I wasn't talking too much in there, but I was listening. Can you use just the clay that you can get, that you can buy? Or do you have to make, does it have to be a certain consistency to make those? I was curious about that. Because you can purchase like the clay in strips. They come in the long strips and they're all different colors. Would that be like kind of the same, or is it like totally different? I mean, I've done a couple clay projects just with with the kids and stuff. Yes, Steffi, absolutely. I was mentioning that earlier about what happened in Vancouver, and just so senseless, so senseless. I mean, I didn't hear much about it, but I know there was a celebration going on with the Filipino community. Yes, it was very sad. I mean, I don't know how many people, I know I had heard a lot of people got injured from that. I'm not sure how many deaths, but still, it's senseless. Senseless. Those things, Very sad indeed. However, cheaper with cheap. Oh, wait. Okay, so May 22nd, you see the surgeon on your finger. Well, how is your other issues going on there, Carrie Lynn? I'm glad you're getting your finger checked out. However, cheaper with paper clay. Oh, so it would be the same? It's just cheaper with the paper clay? But yes, absolutely, we'll be keeping all those families in my prayers. And of course, they were in my prayers last night already. I have to look at my stash. I don't think I have a fairy diamond painting, but I have a few gnomes and a butterfly. Well, there you go, Anita. It doesn't have to be a fairy. This is, use your imagination. It can be anything to do with fairyland. So it could be trees. It could be so many different things. Not just the fairies themselves. No, Kayla, do not order anything off of Temu for a while. And I was mentioning, and I put a post up on my Facebook group yesterday about the cost of the tariffs. They are ridiculous. they are more than the amount that you are going to purchase. So for a $39 order, they were charging me over $50 for importing charges, importing. Then they had a freight thing on there as well. And then of course you have your regular sales tax. So yeah, don't order from there for a while. Yes, and also different textures. Oh my goodness, Steffi. Oh yeah, see, when I was watching last night, they did not have the amount of people that were injured or how many deaths there were. That was just awful. Just awful. So yeah, I was mentioning that because I wanted everybody to be aware that there are these extra costs now. So if you're in the United States, only if you're in the United States, they have this because of the tariff war going on right now between China and the United States. So tariffs are now up to 150%. And so they, of course, will affect us little consumers out there. That and it's not just Temu. Check Shein, check Wish, check AliExpress. All those companies are all going to have the had to put the importing charge on. So, like I said, it's not just Temu, but because I mean, I very rarely shop at AliExpress or any other places. I'm a Temu. Most of my stuff all comes from Temu. So I just wanted to make sure people were aware that there is these extra charges going to be on your bill now. Now you could shop locally. They still have the local warehouses, but the local warehouses, it looks like for that, and I did the wrong one. They have they still charge the $2.99 per item unless you spend over $30. So if you spend over $30, they'll drop that $2.99, and it's per item. So you need to watch out for that too, because that can add up. That can definitely add up. This is supposed to be K's, not T's. So yeah, watch out for that. Oops. That one's a totally different one. That's an M. Made a boo-boo. I wonder if that will affect the cost of my friend shipping from Colorado. I'm wondering about that, Nightingale. And you know what? And yours too. I have sent 2 times to you your bracelets. And both times I can track it all the way till it gets to Canada, and then it's no tracking after that. I'm like, what is up with that? Because you should have gotten yours. I should have asked Jules and Lorraine if they received theirs. I forgot to ask them. But I'm going to have to ask and see if they got their package. When I ship things to Canada, we have a post office just outside of, just on the other side of North Dakota in Pembina, where my dad can just go and pick it up, because we only live a half an hour from the U.S. border where my dad is. So he still likes to go for drives. So he goes across, he picks up the mail, and he brings it back. So I don't know if that's all going to be get mixed up too, because I am wondering what they're all going to do there. I wonder, because anything apparently that says China on it, there is going to be a if you say it's a gift, then I'm not sure how that's going to work. I can give you my friend. That would work, Mara. Email me your friend or message me your friend's address and I'll send it to her. Because this is the second one now. Of course, I have to make some new ones again. And they were perfect. They had these cute little skulls on them and everything for you. Okay, so awesome. Aw, thank you, Jiz. I probably missed it. I don't always check my messages over there too. Usually that's my hubby thing. And usually he'll tell me, oh, you got a message. But awesome, awesome. Thank you for letting me know. But yeah, the one for Vancouver, twice now I sent her package out. And we never received it back here. And then as soon as it gets to Canada, yeah, it loses its tracking. I can't track it anymore. But that's the same thing as Reverend James. I mean, I was able to track it, and then all of a sudden it just said, package on the way. Package on the way. So it's like, no, it's not. Yeah. So just send me hers, and then when I get settled, because I have a lot of my beading put away for a move. So once you get settled, I will definitely get you out. I'll just send it to her, and hopefully when she sends the package out, she can just include that. That would be perfect. Because, yeah, I don't know why. I'm not sure why mine are not getting to you. That was from like a long time ago. That was from a long time ago. Yes, I know. You never know with the mail, but I understand things happen. You know, things do happen. And so you just have to, hope and pray that it gets to the person you're sending it to. Well, you can just send it to, maybe you can just send it to your friend as well, if you're going to be sending things out. And then she can, it'd be a lot cheaper just for her to just hand it over the border to me. She's in Colorado. Nana, you have been lucky. You just never, like I say, you just never know. It's out of your hands. Once it leaves the post office, you have to just trust that they know what they're doing. But I mean, like I said, this isn't the first time, and it probably won't be the last time either. But they have lost packages in Georgia. They have lost packages way up in Philadelphia area. So it's just been absolutely crazy. But you know what? It is what it is, and you just keep on going and just say, okay. Oops, I forgot some keys. How is that house hunting going? Are they going to get, is it your daughter that's going to be getting a trailer beside you or something? I think I heard. I can imagine that you're probably feeling a little bit crowded. I know I would if I had my kids move in with me. I'd be like, oh no. You don't really have any privacy. Oh, I keep the receipts. Yeah, so do I, Nana, for the insurance purposes. Oh, yeah. Oh, we'll take a couple years. Oh, no. But that's good. I'm glad you guys get along great. And it's just her, right? Or is it her and her boyfriend? Nana says, yes, I like living with my kids. I I have no problem living with my kids if I have a house. But I need to have my privacy. I'm one of those people that like just to have my privacy every once in a while. Hello, Sister Marissa. How are you? How you doing? How are those fires? Did they finally get them all out? Marissa had awful fires in New Jersey. Of all places, New Jersey. But yeah, they had awful wildfires there too. Unbelievable. And I think Marisol suffers with asthma too, so would not have been good for her at all. Same thing with Steffi over in California when those fires were. She has a new boyfriend who lives in the States. Oh, okay. So it was just her then. And that wouldn't be too bad. I mean, even in our RV, I mean, I have the whole living room area here. I mean, it's piled high with crafting stuff and all the way up to the end of my kitchen almost. And then my hubby gets the bedroom, and that's where he does all his writing. He's in there. So we each have a little space, but the bedroom is a pretty nice size. It's not a small bedroom. So he has his laptop hooked up to his TV in there, and he can watch what he wants to watch. Because, I mean, when he was out here with me, because he used to have his computer set up out here, I mean, whatever I watched on YouTube, well, guess what? He had to watch. So he learned a lot about all of you crafters out there, and all you diamond painters. Yeah. Last night I joined Cindy and Greg. They live in California, but Cindy's Lifestyles and More. I did a diamond painting for her quite a while back of this little cat with curlers. Because when I came across your channel, here she was. She was doing her skin. What do they call that? Skincare. And she was putting on a little bit of makeup and stuff, but she's talking all about skincare and stuff. And she had these big curlers in her hair. And so I found this little cat, and the cat had these huge curlers. So go back into my videos, you actually see the diamond painting that I did for her. But anyway, so they were live last night. So I joined them for a bit in their chat. And my husband comes by and he says, hey, he says, that's a couple that lives in California. And I said, yes, honey. Hello, Jennifer. I'm doing well. Thank you. How are you doing? So once we get set up into our house, guys, there is, like I said, there is a place to hook up for an RV. And we have 3 acres, so definitely room to travel. So if you're traveling through and you need a place to stay, or you just want to come and say, hey, Star, guess what? I'm so and so, and I'm from, and I've watched you. You are welcome to message me and let me know. I think that would be so cool. I know Nana wants to do a whole get together. I think she was saying, oh dear, Branson, wherever Branson is. I'm pretty sure she said Branson. But yeah, I think that would be so neat. So if you're traveling in an RV or something, and you're traveling through, you can get I'm gonna hook you up. I wish I had my, oh, Joan, that would be so cool if you did. Yeah, come on down. Yeah, come on down for a visit. Of course, we'll have this RV too. It'll be all nicely cleaned out. And so if any of my Canadian family wants to come visit, they can absolutely, and they have their own little area. If you ever wanted to feel what RV living was like, I'll put you out in the middle of the 3 acres in a dust storm. I'm just kidding. Oh, I tell people that when I retire, I'll be moving to New Mexico. Yes, absolutely. We are gonna make a diamond painting trailer park, definitely. Definitely, that would be so cool. I could build an RV park just for diamond painters. How does that sound? Sorry, but if you want to move here, if you want to be in this RV park, you have to diamond paint. Or you got to craft. You got to be a crafter of some sort. Not just diamond paint, but yes. Right, Joan? It would. It definitely would. But I have seen some people with the builds of their minivans. There's a place in Arizona called Quartzsite, and there's B something land. Anyway, you can stay on it for so long without paying for anything. It's basically free. So there's a lot of people that actually snowbird in that area, and because you can stay there for so long. But anyway, so there's a lot of people that have transformed their caravans, even their cars, and they go there, and that's where they stay. Of course, you got the beautiful weather and everything, and then there's a guy that goes around and he interviews these ones that have those kind of vehicles, and it's quite interesting how creative people can be. The mind is a wondrous thing, and the creativity of some of these people that do their builds in their vehicles, and it looks so roomy too. You wonder, how is that so roomy? But they make it work, and it looks nice and roomy in there. They do everything in there. It says, I have a partially camperized Chevy Astro. Hey, I used to own an Astro, Mara. Yes, I did. Oh, yeah, Joan. Yeah, you probably learned it from that old guy with the beard. I don't know what his name is right now, but I know he's an older gentleman with this big beard, and he goes around and he interviews those in Quartzsite. Now he lives in Quartzsite as well. He travels on that BM land, and travels from one, because you can only stay on one place for so long, and then you have to move. So I know in the summers or in the winters they settle in Quartzsite, but in the summers, I think he even goes up to Washington area, I believe. There's areas up there, and many others. Yeah, you can just Google it or look for it on YouTube, and it's amazing what you can find on there. I was watching a guy turn a bus, like a school bus, into an RV. And I found that so fascinating. And it was beautiful, beautiful work he did. Oh my goodness gracious. But it's just amazing, Creativity. Get your mind going. Let's get this little piece done here. Is anyone going live today? Oh, a schoolie? I've heard of those, Joan, and not exactly. I have to go back and look to see exactly, but that's a school bus, right? That's a school bus made into an RV, I believe that's what they call them. But yes, they're amazing. That guy did an amazing job turning his into a living space. The whole back end was his bedroom, and he put it up a little bit on a platform, so his bed was like right up to the windows. And so, I mean, you know how school bus, so many windows there are. Then you have the big window in the back, and boy, what a view he had. It was absolutely beautiful. And then he did it all in hardwood. I mean, it was just gorgeous, just gorgeous. And then he was still fixing up a little area for cooking and all that, but he had where I watched was just up the process of his room. You would never have the patience. Well, first of all, not very many people use tweezers. I don't think. When it comes to diamond painting, there are diamond painting pens like this right here that you can use. It's a lot easier, and there's multi-placers, and a lot of people multi-place. I don't. I just single place. And when I do squares, for some reason, I like to use my tweezers. Right? You lay in bed and you open. Oh yeah. Then the sounds of, especially at night, and the sounds. Of course, you know you want to be careful, but I want to have a coyote jump in the back end with you, but yeah. So really, it's not so bad, Ty. Once you get, kind of uh, used to it. Like I say, I just for some reason like to use tweezers um, when I do my square diamond paintings. I can get the lines are all lined up really, really nice. I don't have to really go back and fix too much of the lines or anything. Yeah, I don't know either, Paul. Every once in a while, I have one that pops, that jumps out of my tweezers, but these tweezers here have a really nice pointed end. You see that? Very, very nice and pointed. So easy to pick up. They're nice and long. They're comfortable. They go together really nice. I don't remember where I even got this pair from, but I really like it. It's very light too, so I mean, there's not much weight to it either. So yeah, I am not sure. I saw it when I did my bunny. One of my very first square diamond paintings I did. I was watching a lady and she was using the tweezer. I'm like, oh, okay. So that's when I gave it a try, and I really liked it for the square. Now, when I do my rounds, I have a hard time. Unless I'm doing ABs, I have a hard time picking it up. Now, I also have an E pen, but the cord drives me crazy. So once I get settled down in my craft room, I will make adjustments to that and probably be using that more for my E-pen. But yeah, here the cord just gets all tangled up, and I'm fighting with the cord. I'm like totally fighting with the cord. Yeah, you can't. The trick is you cannot press too hard. That's like just like some people can do chopsticks really good. Like when they're eating, they use the chopsticks. I can't. Because you have to like just pick up the food. Just you have to have just the right pressure, right, to pick up the food. But same thing with these. I mean, you kind of learn after a while what the. But yeah, I mean, they just go on so nice and straight. And It takes longer though. If I'm not talking and I'm just, concentrating kind of on this, usually I can go quite a bit faster, but because I'm talking and reading chat, I'm going a little bit slower. But yeah, once I get the rhythm going, it goes pretty good. But yeah, most people will probably multiplace and nope, one at a time. Now we got it. Now we're getting into the high wind warning, guys. All right, is anyone going live this afternoon? Joan, are you going live today? Nana, are you going live today? Yeah, like the whole thing is that you don't press hard. And if you're like a hard presser, then chances are your drills are going to go flying. Your drills will go flying. That's when they start popping all over the place. Oh, Star, guess what we are getting today? Snow! That S word. No! No, no, no. The no with the S on it. No, no, no. No more of that. You hear me? No more of that. And I think I told you the other night, I said, excuse me, I said, maybe you're going to be getting it all summer long. Maybe that will just appear. I hope not. But yes. Yeah. Yeah. Still, and we're getting into, hey, wait. We're supposed to be, you need to see the flowers, not the white stuff. Right? I sure hope not either. Else, summer long. Then you really know. But anyway, guys, the wind is picking up here. So I'm going to be starting to shake here pretty soon. I can start feeling it already blowing. I don't know if I missed somebody, if somebody is... Oh, is it clear in Edmonton? And actually, Joan isn't too far from... I think Joan's only 2 hours or something from Edmonton. I know Nana's going on tonight. Right, Nana? You do Sunday nights? But is anyone going on for this afternoon? That we can just go and give them a shout out and make sure that everyone is subscribed to watch it come on, or if there's somebody live right now, we can raid. I like to do that as well. Not sure. It might be later. I thank you, Marisol. Definitely will keep safe. If it gets really, really bad, we will be hopping in our vehicle and going somewhere. Or there is a building next door that we can go and hide out in, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as we can't handle anything over 70-mile-an-hour winds. So hopefully it won't be that bad. Hello, Madeline. Welcome on in. So nice to meet you. So nice to meet you today. How is your day going? Okay. Sounds good. There you go. Now you can connect with others and others can connect to you. Welcome to the Smurf family. I can go on after Nana. Depends what time she goes on. My dehydrated lemons won't be ready until midnight. What are you dehydrating lemons for? Of course, we'll be back tomorrow with Sherry at what time, Sherry? Oh dear. What time is that, Sherry? I don't know. She sends me a link. I click on it and I'm there. I'm awful with times. Yep, 3:30. There you go. Thank you. 3:30. So we will see you tomorrow at 3:30. I need to, as they are getting soft. I don't want to. Oh, so what do? You put them in water or anything after, even if you dehydrate? I need like a whole thing. Joan, do a whole thing on dehydration. I'm always interested in that. Of dehydrated vegetables and fruit. Or not vegetables, but fruit. But anyways, guys, I'm going to let you go. Like I said, the wind is starting to blow here. So before it gets really, really bad, I need to take some medication for my tummy. And hopefully I can get you up here. Oh dear. My phone doesn't want to say, don't shake. Guys, don't move out there. Much love to you all. I absolutely love you all. Please keep safe out there. If you're in any line of storms, yeah, watch out how y'all or somebody else that's out there. Keep an eye on that because I do know there's bad storms going to happen. Be kind to one another. Love one another. It's so, so important. I love you. Jesus loves you so much more. Just love you guys so much. Have an awesome, awesome rest of your day. Thank you, Jules and Lorraine, for joining me. It's just such a pleasure. Such a pleasure. All right, you guys, stay blessed. Always stay blessed. And now I had to figure out how do I shut this thing off? Mwah.